Welcome back to home training. We are finishing up our quarantine quest, our lengthy exploration of the Pilates Mat Work series. Today we have the boomerang. So the boomerang is a challenging exercise, but like a lot of Pilates movements, it should be fun. And the way you make it fun is by being willing to break it down into some component parts and just explore movement. Don't take yourself too seriously. Just notice how your body moves. Certainly if you have head, neck, shoulder issues, the full movement of the boomerang does involve rolling, and technically you're not supposed to put weight onto your neck. However, if you're rolling back and forth, you might run the risk of that happening, and if you've got a neck or shoulder injury, then this exercise would not be appropriate for you. However, maybe some of these beginning parts and pieces would be appealing. We begin by sitting in a long sit position. You may need to find your sitting bone, so move the flesh a little bit and feel those bones of the pelvis that you're stacking your body up from that foundation of your skeleton, essentially. From there, extending the legs long, actively energizing them, reaching through the inner thighs. This should feel like some work. There is energy and effort within the setup of every exercise in Pilates. Second portion here would just be to lift those arms parallel to the legs. Think of pulling your belly and ribs back as you start to reach forward a bit. So carve out that low center of your body as you reach. Keep energizing the legs, maybe even your heels float a little bit. That's okay, pulling the toes towards your shins. Adding an element of arm motion, I'm going to take my left arm and rotate it back behind, and then lift it back up and return to that slightly forward hinged position. Inhale, lift back arm, and return. Keep drawing belly and ribs in. Let's do that one more time. Keep lifting through your low back, pulling yourself up, returning the arm back forward. One more time, lifting, rotate, return, find center. Take a little rest. Sitting up tall energetically, that can be tiring. So give yourself a moment to rest. And now we're going to look at, instead of this active kind of circumduction, flexion of the shoulder, let's do a little bit of just opening to the side, both right and left. Inhaling forward, exhale, feeling that spiral, that upper body rotating separate from the low body. And then back to the center. All right, take both arms now. Bring them back behind you. Let's first have our fingers face away. A little bit of a elbow, upper arm bone drawing towards each other. Lift the chest. Breathe there. Now see if you can float the arms. Keep that same active elbow slightly bent, arm bones pulling towards each other. And from there, start to round your body forward. Keep picking the arms up. Pick the ribs up. And then bring yourself back up. Let's try that one more time. So use your arms as a kickstand. Lift yourself up. And then keep the lift as you float the arms. Draw the elbows towards each other. Pull the ribs back. Start to stretch forward. From here, lift and circle the arms all the way around to those toes. Grab hold where you can, and just pause here for a nice breath. And then bring yourself back up. All right, so second portion, cross right ankle over left. Go back to that idea of opening the heart, connecting through the shoulder blades, lifting, curling, floating forward, and then circle the arms around. And return it all back up. Left ankle over right. Same idea. Bring the arms out behind you, pull your belly in, pull your ribs in, float the arms, start to curl, circle, 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 and return everything back in. All right, right over left again. This time, let's focus on picking up the weight of the legs. And one way to think about that is lifting the bottom leg. So fingers forward, belly back. I'm going to start to curl back a bit. I'm going to allow my elbows to bend as I experiment with this idea of lifting the weight of my legs from the center of my body. Right? You don't have to do the full boomerang. Any portion of this is going to create some great work for your body. And then lower back down. So that was right over left. Let's go left over right. So this time my bottom leg, my right leg, again is going to work to pick up both legs from the center of my body. Curl back as much as you need. And you are going more with the rounded spine because the full movement involves rolling, and we don't want to roll on a flat back. 2 more times here. Find that lift and lower from your center. Keep that connection. And down and pick it back up. All right, so putting all that together into this beautiful choreographed exercise, we'll go back to a right over left. Fingers start facing forward. Belly pulls back. Inhale here. As you exhale, curl back, roll back. At this point, switch the cross of the legs. We're floating towards a teaser. Drawing down, picking up. Here's my bottom leg lifting my top leg. Bend the elbows. Remember how we drew them back behind us. Clasp the arms. Lift, lower down, curl forward. Circle the arms around. And roll yourself back up. Now we have opposite leg on top. Here we go. Curling back. Crisscross. Find your teaser. Bottom leg, core working. Bend the elbows. Clasp. Lower. Circle around. Return it back up. And again, curling back. Crisscross. Float. Bend. Control. Hands clasp from your core. Lower. Circle through. Pick it back up. One more time. Bottom leg's got to pick up to go over. Crisscross. Float. Bend. Clasp. Return. And circle around. Well, that'll wake you up first thing in the morning, better than a cup of coffee. Thanks for joining me. I look forward to putting all these parts and pieces together. We'll have to do an advanced workout here soon. Tomorrow we'll focus on the push-ups, the tricep push-ups, and creating a lot of strength in the back body as well. Have a great day.